Hello friends, welcome to software testing tutorials. Today we will see what is software testing lifecycle. Software testing lifecycle is a sequence of specific activities conducted during the testing process to ensure the software quality goals are met. STLC involves both verification and validation activities. Software testing is not just a single or the isolate activities that is testing. It consists of a series of activities carried out methodologically to help to certify your software product. STLC stands for Software Testing Lifecycle. STLC models include the major 6 phases, that is requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, test cycle closure. There are 6 phases in the STLC. Each of these stages have a definite entry and exit criteria, activities and deliverable associated with it. You have the entry and the exit criteria for all the levels in the software testing lifecycle. What is the entry and the exit criteria in software testing lifecycle? Entry criteria gives the prerequisites items that must be completed before testing can begin. Exit criteria defines the item that must be completed before testing can be concluded. In an ideal world, you will not enter the next stage until the exit criteria for the previous stage is met. But practically, this is not always possible. So for this tutorial, we will focus on activities and deliverables for the different stages in STLC lifecycle. Let's look into them in details. First, requirement phase. Requirement phase testing, also known as requirement analysis, in which testing team studies the requirement from the testing point of view to identify the testable requirements, and a QA team may interact with various stakeholders to understand the requirements in details. Requirement could be either functional or non-functional. Automation feasibility for the testing project is also done in this stage. Test planning. Test planning in STLC is a phase in which a senior QA manager determines the test plan strategy along with efforts and the cost estimates for the project. Moreover, the resources test environment, test limitations, and the testing schedules are also determined. The test plan gets prepared and finalized in the same phase. Test planning activities are preparing the test plans or the strategy document for the various type of testing, testing tool selection, test effort estimation. Deliverables of test planning is test plan and the efforts estimation. Test case development. The test case development phase involves the creation, verification and rework of the test cases and the test script after the test plan is ready. Initially the test data is identified, then they created and reviewed and then reworked based on the preconditions. Then the QA team starts the development process of test cases for individual units. In test case development, activities involves like creating test cases, automation scripts, review and baseline test cases and scripts, creating test data. The deliverables included in the test case development are test case or the test scripts and the test data. Test environment setup. Test environment setup decides the software and the hardware conditions under which a product is tested. It is one of the critical aspects of the testing process and it can be done in parallel with the test case development. Test team may not be involved in this activity if the development team provides a test environment. Testing team is required to be a readiness check or the smoke testing of given environment. There are some activities involved in the test environment setup are set up the testing environments and the test data, perform the smoke test on the build. And deliverables involved in the test environment setup are environment ready with the test data setup and the smoke testing result. Test execution. Test execution phase is carried out by the tester in which testing of the software build is done based on the test plan and the test cases preparation. The process consists of test script execution, test script maintenance, and the bug reporting. If the bugs are reported, then it is reverted back to the development team for corrections and retesting will be performed. In the text execution, some activities are involved. Executing the test as per the plan, document test result and the log defecting for the failure cases, map the defects to test cases in RTM, retest the defect fix, track the defect to the closure. And some deliverables include in these test executions are test case updated with the result, defect reports. What is test closure? Test cycle closure phase is a completion of test execution which involves several activities like test completion reporting, collection of test completion matrices, and the test result. Testing team members meets, discuss and analyze testing artifacts to identify the strategies that have to be implemented in future, taking lessons from the current test cycle. The idea is to remove process bottleneck for the future test cycles. What are the activities involved in the test cycle closure is preparing the test matrices based on the above parameters, documents the learning out of the project, preparing the test closure report. And the deliverables involved in the test cycle closure is test closure reports and the test matrices. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, do subscribe and share with your friends. For the more videos, subscribe our channel Software Testing Tutorials. Thank you.